Hello friends and welcome to another new video of my cricket dreams. So in this video I plan to say top 4 teams that can qualify for the playoffs in the IPL 2020 in UAE. The news of the likelihood of IPL being conducted in the United Arab Emirates has come as a great relief. A relief, a word that has been almost becoming an aberration in times we are living in. The never-ending rampage of the pandemic has slammed all the possibilities of conducting an IPL in India. However, getting the IPL shifted outside India is not even remotely as scary as thought of IPL being cancelled is. The very second edition of the IPL was held in South Africa as the elections of 2009 forced the tournament out. An initial part of the 2014 edition was also shifted to UAE due to the same reason. General elections and IPL have not been a very good friend so far, but it's understandable that a tournament of such vast magnitude cannot be easily cancelled with a democratic exercise of a similar magnitude. Anyway, long story is short. This won't be the first time that IPL would be played outside India. As the situation kept getting bad from worse, the question was whether the IPL should be conducted this year at all. However, the organizers have done a commendable job to convert that question into whether the IPL should be conducted in India. It is certainly going to be challenging for the teams as they stop thinking the IPL will be in India like usual. However, the dynamics of the game will change and there will be many differences as it shifts out. The tournament is not going to be the same this year, but is there anything that has been remained the same this year? Let's look at the contenders having the best chance of making into the playoffs as the IPL finally travels to the United Arab Emirates, the Middle East. Number 1 on the list is the Mumbai Indians. 2013, 2015, 2017 and 2019. If you solved number patterns in logical reasoning or even if you didn't, you will immediately call 2021 after reading the above pattern. That's what Mumbai Indians IPL winning records look like. Well, jokes apart, they are one of the most reliable and consistent teams in the history of the tournament. Mumbai Indians have always been smart in their approach to auctions. While adding some exciting and young players to watch out for, they have ensured that not to loosen their grip on the court. They have an opener who needs no certification in Rohit Sharma, who when paired with Quinton de Kock or Chris Lynn makes a magnificent duo. Through the likes of Suryakumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan in the middle order may not sound the most dazzling, they have made contributions and gelled up with the team extremely well over the years. Having Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya and the specialist all-rounder like Pollard, their lower middle order is pleasingly taken care of. The strongest part of this camp is probably the bowling attack itself. The track in the UAE have offered not much assistance to the pacers over the years. However, with quicks of New Zealand like Trent Boult and Mitchell McCannick, the MI camp need no solely dependent on assistance from the wickets. Moreover, the versatility of Jasprit Bumrah and the king of Yorkers of mightily experienced Lasith Malinga many a time takes the pitch out of contention. The 4-time winning team is a sure contender of making in the playoffs as well. Number 2, a team that can easily join Mumbai Indians is none other than the MST-led team CSK, Chennai Super Kings. The venue doesn't matter to this team. Conduct the IPL on Jupiter Chennai Super Kings, chances of sailing in the playoffs will still be 100%. 10 appearances, 8 finals, 3 titles and 5 times runner-ups. There is no team more successful than the Yellow Army itself. Given the fact that the tracks in UAE are usually flat and offer quite a lot to the spinners, CSK camp must be very much dancing, having the likes of Ravindran Jadeja, Harbhajan Singh, Imran Tahir, Mitchell Sanna, Khan Sharma and the newly income from the auction Piyush Chawla. They have a great deal of variety and a hugely experienced setup when it comes to the spin department. On gripping wickets, Dwayne Bravo and Sam Curran may prove handy bowlers. Given the fact that neither Lungi Nigiri nor Josh Hazlewood rely solely on speed, they might be able to bring something out from even the dead tracks of UAE. On the front of batting, CSK has stuck to its core and has backed the Indian batsmen such as Suresh Raina and Ambati Rayudu in their middle order for long. With the experienced Watson at the top alongside Faf du Plessis, the top order looks settled. Further, all-rounders like Jadeja and Bravo and a champion finisher like MSD means they pack depth enough. Overall, CSK is a sure entrant in the playoffs, and it will be very much surprising if they do not qualify for the playoffs in this season. And at the number 3 position, I will go with Sunrisers Hyderabad, SRH. The Sunrisers in their 8 seasons of the IPL have qualified for playoffs 4 times and had a titular trump in 2016 defeating RCB. Furthermore, they ended as the runner-ups in 2018. SRH has an unbroken run of qualifying in the playoffs since 2016, which is the evidence of their brilliant consistency. The Orange Army has made some brilliant investments in overseas top order and has explosive left-hander David Warner at the top alongside a limited over specialists like Johnny Bairstow to start their proceedings. They have occupied the services of some commendable young talents in future generations such as Virat Singh and Priyam Gang, who solidified their middle order around the much experienced Ken Williamson and Manish Pandey. SRH has arguably the most decorated column of all-rounders, having the likes of Vijay Shankar, Mitchell Marsh, Fabian Allen and Mohammad Nabi, all of whom can very well chip in the settings of UAE. The most exciting of all is none other than Rashid Khan, who is certainly going to make it count in the torrid conditions of UAE. He is someone who caused serious troubles on tracks, not having much for spinners. So one need not to guess what havoc he will wreak getting help from the wicket. The tracks there mostly lack bounce and are similar offerings to the subcontinental tracks. Hence the pacers need to hit the deck much harder to generate bounce, and that's where Billy Stanley can make use of his tall height. SRH also has Bhubaneswar Kumar, who was extremely consistent in contributing to the team. The overall impression of the team makes it a fit for the playoff berth. And number 4 and the final team that can get in the playoffs that I predict is the Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB. The choice for the 4th spot will be tensed between RCB and KKR, both two most exciting teams. However, the RCB might just beat them and the others to make their way inside. RCB has been runner-ups twice out of their 5 playoffs appearances in the history of the league. Getting most of their bases covered in the last auction, RCB looks balanced and a side with a good blend of experience and youth. They have made a good investment in David Padikkal, and it will be interesting to observe how he fares in IPL. With the flamboyant Aaron Finch at top order and Parthiv Patel, RCB has a left-right opening combination. None of 3 prominent grounds, Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah, are known to have 2 fast outfields. Therefore, batsmen who rely more on timing and not on power find it hard to get into their rhythm. And that is where the omnipotent and one for the ages due of mighty Virat Kohli and ABD will step in. The middle order looks settled in the presence of all-rounders such as Moeen Ali, Shivam Dube, Chris Morris and even Isuru Udana, who can contribute equally well with the ball. In terms of the bowling unit, those who can exploit the slowness of the tracks to their favour the most will be Yuzvendra Chahal and Washington Sundar. There is a great diversity and a variety of options for skipper Kohli in Isuru Udana, Ken Richardson, Umesh Yadav and Nadeem Saini, topping it off with a lengthy of Tain's tail with a brilliant bowling unit becomes complete. By a cursory look at the squad, RCB appears to be in a serious contention for the playoffs this year. And also being an RCB fan in IPL, I would also wish that RCB would win the IPL and end their 13-year-old wait for their maiden triumph in IPL. So thank you for watching my channel. Kindly like, subscribe and comment, and for more such notifications of the World Cricket, kindly subscribe channel, and also kindly like, share and comment the video. Thank you.